You stay proving people wrong. They think, oh my gosh, their life is so easy. They have no idea what it's like to be a full time demon slayer. They have no idea what it's like to full time starve narcissists out, have these crazy boundaries, be an intuitive, be a chosen one, be anointed. Everyone stays like, oh, it would be so easy to be them. I'm going to emulate them. I'm going to swap destinies with them. Like, back it all the way up. Back it all the way up. Did you think that I would just up and forget about you? Did you think I was gonna forget about you? This is such an important message that you best be seated. I need your full attention. Order. Order in the cosmic court. We are going all the way in. It's been a minute or 5 since we've had this type of a session, but this channeled message is everything, and it is what you have been waiting for. Day and night, you've been praying for the answers, and now they're here. You thought I was gonna let you forget about your spark, your twinkle, your sparkle? Get the F out of here. Stop. Stop. Seriously though, you're not the same person. You be changing so frequently. People are like, what is going on with them? I can't even keep up. Whoever this message is for, you are not the same person that you were even last week. Some of you are not the same person that you were 2 days ago. You're definitely not the person you were 10 years ago, and you are most definitely not the same person you were even 5 years ago. You change it up that drastically. That is how serious you take this spiritual training ground. There are all kinds of blocks being lifted in your life. Motorcycle, stop. These batteries did not go out already. You guys remember, I put the lithium batteries in here. Seriously, I only used it 4 times. Notice how I don't be linking this little register for affiliate anymore, because it be draining the batteries, and and it's off. And it's off. Anyways, that was a motorcycle. I think I could still get it to open. We got a little cha-ching action. We don't got the beep beeps and the mic, but it's okay. What in the frick? I can't. Like, y'all know lithium batteries are not cheap. Anyways, let me calm down. There is so much confirmation that all types of blocks are being lifted. Now, some of you guys were going through certain like personal issues, things that were very personal to you, things that you were not sharing, like internal battles, savage internal battles that you were going through. You're not telling people about that. You're not telling people like, oh, hey, Sally Joe, how was work today? Oh, work was crazy. Well, my whole life was falling apart from the inside out. Let me tell you about it. These are things you were not telling anybody about that you've been internally struggling with for the last year. So we're going to get into all of that. But I got money blocks, health blocks, blocks with addictions or vices. Those things are being lifted, and you have more clarity with who you need to keep the F up out of your life. Seriously, you stay proving people wrong. You don't just keep proving them wrong, you stay proving them wrong. You don't just prove them wrong every once in a while, you stay proving them wrong. All these people that wanted to underestimate you, you never stay down for long. Let me clear my throat. You never stay down for long. But this last time you were down, it felt like an eternity because it was a year or longer. Normally, you can get up out of a rut within a couple of months or even a couple of weeks. But this last rut you were in was treacherous, to say the least. It was depressing. It had you in your feelings. It had you down and out. It had you like borderline hopeless. Like right on the edge, right on the cliff of where is the hope? I don't even know anymore. You never stay down for long. And that's something my husband always says when people would come out of sideways. Like, you can kick some people when they're down. They don't stay down forever. Okay, there have been so many times where I've been kicked when I was down. And I just remember my husband saying, you can, yeah, get your giggles in, get your laughs. We won't stay down. And I'm going to remember this day. I'm going to remember it. So I get a lot of my, like, I've already always been a type of sassy person with my banter. But when we got together, it got kicked up a level or five. Because then in my head, I'm like, I'm Hawaiian, I'm Italian, I'm Asian. I'm all these things and I'm just, cooking it up in the pot. Anyways, you never stay down for long. It's giving, ooh, say it again. You never stay down for long. It reminds me of the hyenas in The Lion King, where they're laughing and giggling and they're like, ooh, say it again. You are getting that spark. The spark is back. We are back. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So if you are picking up what I am putting down, I want you to claim this message in the comments. Claimed. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You had a lot of people that were secretly hating on you, and you will be having dreams, premonitions, even channeled messages or certain signs of which people to stay away from if you were thinking about reconciling with them. Yeah. If you were thinking about reconciling, you hadn't told a soul, like, maybe I can let go of this. Maybe we need to expand our family and move forward. Or maybe we need to get on the same page. Maybe I need to let that go. You are going to be seeing, if you haven't already the last 2 weeks, if you haven't already been having dreams about these people, steer clear of them. It's a warning sign to steer clear of them because there's a reason you're having nightmares about them. Some of these people want to destiny swap with you, or they want to take something from you that is highly valuable. Let me give you an example. I had a nightmare the other night about my mother I don't speak to. And she came busting through my door looking for my baby. Like, give me your baby. Where's the baby? Give me this baby. Like, what are you even doing? A, what are you talking about? And B, what are you doing? I was like, get that F out of my house. I wasn't like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Can you please leave? Even in my dream, I didn't cower from my mother. I said, get the out of my house. How about that? How about that? A couple of weeks before that, I had a dream about a hairstylist that screwed me over long ago. And I thought we were friends, but we weren't friends because she went and hung out with all of my enemies and was just being real weird. And then canceling and just, I don't know. That was a whole situation. Had a dream. Well, it was a nightmare, actually. And then ran into her. And I thought it was maybe a sign to reconcile and like let it go, which I had already let it go because it had been 2 years. But it doesn't mean that it didn't hurt or I didn't, somewhat kind of want to reconcile. But it was very clear to me that when we ran into each other, A, we hadn't seen sirens. Sirens. It was very clear to me, no. It's a no. This person is not sorry, though they are trying to, be better and they are aware of what they did and they did apologize to me. I'm sorry I did that too. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, but there is no path for us to move forward and that's okay. You are leaving people speechless in this new era of your life. You are not the same person that you were last week. So the person last week that was like, maybe I'll reconcile, maybe I'll give them a second chance. What did I tell you guys? Proximity, naivety, and second chances. We are on that. We are on that path. No, we are not. Because these people want to take something from you. I literally had a nightmare about my mother trying to take a child from me. The F? So I got holy-ish, all blocks, all kinds of blocks are being removed from your life. You are feeling the tables turn for once in a very long time. It has been a long time since you have felt the tables turning in your favor. So this message could be very specific. Only take it if it's yours or only take what resonates and leave the rest. We're all grown here. You have a gift that's going to help other people. And believe it or not, you do have a soul tribe that is going to be supportive and encouraging of you. They might not have a lot of proximity to you. It might be online or people that you see every so often. It's very hard for somebody of your spiritual rank, of your beauty, that's on your level. I'm not trying to make you superior to others, but being on your level, it's very intimidating to other people, even though you want to have a closeness, even though you want to be, you want to have a friend. You're okay with being alone because you rather not have the wrong people around you. So Spirit wants you to know that you are finding your soul tribe and you are getting a new beginning where you're ready to explore and be more adventurous because something is waking you up. Not only are these dreams, nightmares, premonitions waking you up, but you have gotten a very vital cheat code, if not 5 cheat codes, that are going to help bring your stress level down, that is going to help make your life better. Maybe these are things you've already started working on. So maybe you've noticed going around Sally Joe and her posse of friends, whatever, makes your cortisol spike. Maybe you drinking a certain drink makes your cortisol spike. Maybe smoking, vaping, hanging out with your family, certain things bring your stress level up. So you are either learning how to remove certain vices, or you're learning how to decompress and de-stress in a very easy way. It's like foolproof easy, and it's making you more excited about what's to come. And what I love about the cheat codes that you are being given, it's impossible for you to be depressed. If you are somebody that deals with a lot of depression, you might battle CPTSD like I do, or depression. I don't talk about it a lot, but we're going to talk about it today. I go through bouts of depression because I'm always trying to work through childhood trauma. And I get anxiety, I get social anxiety sometimes, it just depends. And so this last year, I've really been working on my health to get better and to not feel so like down all the time. And I've also been working on not being in fight or flight, not being in survival mode all of the time, not being so hard on myself. It's very hard for me to do. But whoever I'm speaking to, God is giving you not only the strength for the amount of faith that you've had, but it's something that's going to make your life so much easier. Like easy breezy, nothing crazy. You're not going to have to like do some crazy regimen. It's nothing that's going to stress you out. And each and every one of you tuning into this message will know what that is. It could be, I'm not going to work the weekends anymore. I'm not going to babysit for my sister anymore. I'm not going to drink anymore. I'm not going to do high intensity workouts anymore. Whatever it is, God is showing you that there is a better way and there is a better plan. So I'm so excited. Now I'm hearing an airplane. So we went from a motorcycle to the paramedics to now an airplane. It's just amplifying your message that you were under review for a year or two. For a year or two, you were under review. And you kept getting it up out of the mud. The last year or two was so hard on me. I don't know how I'm still standing. But I'm very fortunate that I have you guys and that I have this channel, because it keeps me going on the days I find it really hard. Like, I know that I'm cared for and I know that I'm loved, but it's like when you're always trying to evolve, you can be really hard on yourself. Like, oh, I need to fix this. I need to fix that. I need to work harder. I was watching Leo Skepi earlier today. I hope I said his last name right. And he was talking about, they always tell you how to grind more. They always tell you how to hustle more. No one ever really talks about calming down, resting, how to take better care of yourself. It's always like this crazy masculine energy. Like, it's not talked about in the same capacity as grinding and hustling. So you are having a whole funeral for hustle culture. And I feel that. I love that. And I feel that for you. There is a new wave, and you will have people around you applauding you, clapping for you. Because not only did you pass this test, but they're enjoying like your company. You are inspirational. So whether you guys are in the public eye or you're talked about a lot in the workplace. There is a whole arena filled with people that are enjoying your sparkle. You are getting your spark back. You are proving people wrong time and time again. You stay proving them wrong. And I'll never let you forget that. Just as you guys don't ever let me forget how I help you. It means the world to me. Those are the biggest, most meaningful compliments to ever get, is how I'm helping someone get it up out of the mud. I'm helping people through a hard time. Reading those comments mean everything to me. So I can't forget how I'm a light to you. And I appreciate how you guys don't you know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say. I got it all twisted around because my brain is like trying to channel this message real fast, but we just need to, you will be leaving a lot of people speechless because you're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. Though you were going through a really hard time, you're not leaving. And in fact, you're done saying sorry. If you notice that you say sorry a lot, and I'm even guilty of this, I was watching Shay Pila this morning, and she was like, dang it, I gotta work on not saying sorry so much, like when the animals are, going off and making noise. And she's like, I'm trying to work on it, you guys. Like, so shouts out to her. But I do the same thing where I'm like, oh, sorry, but it's like not even my fault. Like, oh, sorry, excuse me, pardon me, but it's not even, do you know what I mean? So I've been working on not over explaining when I'm trying to get something fixed. I have like a tendency to do that. When I'm explaining like, hey, I need this car worked on, or I need this worked on, or I need to move this appointment, I have a tendency to over explain like my whole life. Like they even asked for that. But I do that. And so I've been working on a lot of new habits. It takes 66 days to effortlessly have these habits, these new ones, down pat. But you are on your way. There are new habits that you've started that you're implementing that are really going to take off. I feel like you have a really good feeling about it. Like, oh my gosh, I started this new habit and it's easy and I'm excited and it helps me. I feel like for a lot of us, it could be movement. We're going to be moving around a lot more this year, exploring. So for instance, let's say you want to walk more. Not all of us live in the safest neighborhood to be just out and about walking. So maybe you're going to travel to different neighborhoods or travel to different parks so you can walk safely. Or maybe some of you guys are going to be getting a dog where you can walk this dog and feel safe. Because something was restricting you from moving around. And I feel like for a lot of us that have PTSD or CPTSD, we don't need high intensity. We can lift weights, we can run every once in a while, but we don't need to be doing like this grueling CrossFit strength training when we're trying to keep our stress levels down. Like when I was younger, I would work out when I was younger. Back in the day, we'll just say back in the day. I would work out like a lunatic, especially at the beginning of my sobriety. I would work out like a freaking lunatic. And I don't think that was good for my cortisol level, but now that I've, matured and I'm getting older, I'm like, I don't need to be doing all that. No, I do not, because it's just going to have me stressed out and eating more. So when we're going hard in the paint, we're going to eat way more than if we just walked. And I see that you guys might be studying new languages, other cultures, things that are going to help you. Like you're not the same person you were last week. You are not the same person that you were even 2 days ago. So the drama that you've been dealing with, the pain, the suffering, you are making really important decisions to change your life, and your angels and ancestors are applauding you. They're so freaking proud of you. I see you doing things where you're not completely overwhelmed. Like, no, I can do this. I got this, because I'm going to pace myself. I'm going to take my time. I also feel like you're going to do a lot better than you expect. I don't even know if I finished this thought from earlier, but something that I was thinking about was how can I work out easier in the privacy of my own home and not be anxious. It helped my anxiety. It helped me like calm my nerves. It just really helped when I've been going through these health issues the last year. I was so stressed out 2 years ago with finances that I started working like a crazy person because I didn't want to ask for help. I did not want to ask for help. I didn't want to admit that I didn't want to admit defeat, but it almost took me out. So I've been trying to make sure that I have new habits. I'm a very stubborn person. My doctor was like, you need to be breathing. You need to be doing belly breathing. You need to be exercising. I'm like, no, don't tell me what to do. I don't know why I'm like that with authority sometimes. Like, make it my idea, okay? Can we pretend that it was my idea to do that and then I'll do it? I don't know, some like reverse psychology. I don't know, but anyways, something that could help you, that has been helping me, is walking. Is just walking. Now, 10,000 steps a day. I know you guys have heard this. I've heard it too a million times, and I'm like, But since I've been not bartending as much, I've noticed a difference in my stress, the way that I stress. Like, I can be hard on myself when I'm more active. I can't be hard on myself like that when I'm not as active. So when I would bartend, I could get 20,000 steps in easy. I get that 20,000 steps in like 5-6 hours. But if I'm not bartending, I'm not getting anything close to that. So what I would recommend is starting with 5,000 steps. You can just walk around your house. You can, if you don't feel like your neighborhood is safe, or you can drive to somebody else's neighborhood that is safer, or drive to a park that's like really nice, or drive to a better part of town and do that. Start with 5,000 steps for 1 week, move up to 7,000 steps, then, move up to 10,000 steps, however you want to do it. You don't have to overdo it from the jump, but it will change your life. If any of you guys feel like your body has been holding on to weight because of I think it's called visceral fat, or your cortisol being high, or just being stressed out, being in fight or flight, which happens to a lot of us that have dealt with trauma, especially from narcissists. It's hard for us to stay in our own body, and then our body will get to a point where it's like it's just gonna hold on to all that fat. And it usually goes cortisol. Stress hangs out around the belly. So something that could help is walking. Seriously, you don't have to be on a treadmill going the same freaking direction. It's so boring. You guys have done that. Where I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just on this freaking treadmill. It's so boring, because I used to go to the gym and do that last year when I was like really freaking the F out. But this is something that you will see. You will lose all of that stress weight, all of that, I'm going to call it fight or flight weight. Okay, all the fight or flight weight. Like, say you're in an area where you have to drive a lot, or you work in an office and you have to sit a lot. It's like the worst thing for our body. You will start losing weight, and you will naturally be less hungry if you do it that way versus high intensity, where you're going to be super hungry. Like, you go hard in the paint, you're like lifting like crazy, you're going to be starving. You're going to eat a whole situation. And then you're going to be like, oh my gosh, what in the frick? And not only did you spike your cortisol, you ate more, and it's just that's a whole other thing. Anyways, it will not only help you get rid of that visceral fat, that stubborn fat, it will change your life. It will change your life. I promise you. I notice a huge difference when I go only 4,000 steps and when I get 10,000 steps. I notice a huge difference. For any of you guys dealing with hormonal weight, SIBO, which is like small intestine bacterial overgrowth, or IBS, digestive issues, it helps with digestive issues, because we've been talking about the vagus nerve. We've been talking about resetting the nervous system. This is something that is incredible for that. So if you guys have an iPhone, a smartwatch, any way to track it, that will be really helpful. You can literally walk around your house, do your makeup standing up. Something that I'm trying to do is when I have my phone and I want to watch a video, I'm going to watch that video pacing around the house. I'm not going to watch that video sitting down. Now, it's like different if I'm having like a Netflix and chill moment, but when I'm just doing random stuff throughout the day, or I'm on social media, or I'm editing, I'm going to try to walk more while I'm doing that because it helps me get in those extra steps. But yeah, I feel like somebody that has been dealing with depression or feels like they've been gaining weight, I feel like you can lose anywhere from 20, 40, 60 pounds within 2 to 3 months walking 10K steps. It's low intensity. I'm trying to think of a better way to explain it. It's just really helpful. All of the cool things, all of the cool benefits literally slip my mind right now. So annoying. Maybe I should have written it down, but it's a game changer when you feel like you're falling apart, when you feel like you're falling into pieces. Say you can't sleep at night and you're just like, the pacing helps, you'll sleep better. It's just, oh my gosh, you guys, it's just been amazing. I don't know why I didn't think of it sooner. I thought, oh, I'm having health problems, I need to get in the gym, I need to freaking do this and that and this and that. And it's like, no, I need to do belly breathing, I need to do yoga, I need to do some vagus nerve work, some like trauma release stretching. I need to stretch more. I need to be more mindful of my posture, and I need to walk more. I need to get my 10K steps in minimum. And you will start to see that bloat or that weight come off of you. It's insane. All right, enough about that. Let me calm down. I'm just excited because I just know it's going to help somebody. I just know it is. Like, it's not talked about enough. Because there's so many places where you have to walk. People in New York, they walk more. People in Japan, people in Italy, they walk more. But if you're in the United States, depending on where you live, it's not easy to do. And we don't all live in safe neighborhoods. So you know what I mean? You have to be like careful or mindful. And I just feel like it's going to help spark so much other stuff that's going on top of other things that you're quitting. And I'm seeing somebody that felt like they had weight on that would never go away, or bloat that would never go away. Your fight or flight response is being reset because you have not given up on the habits that you've started. And God is so proud of you. You have been drastically changing your life and not effing around. Like, you're not like, oh, just kidding, I was gonna start that psych. Like, no, you really want the benefits of not being anxious, not being depressed, not being sad, having more energy. It's just, you're starting to do things that are very therapeutic for you, that it's taking care of you, being more selfish, putting yourself first, making yourself the top priority. And I bow to you. Like, you got it going on. And if you thought I was going to let you forget that you were getting your spark back, F out of here. I cannot believe that I haven't even really pulled out any cards yet. That's why I said get comfortable. Like, we're going in, we're having a powwow, and I'm just excited. You are going to be dropping all types of mics because you are learning how to ask for things and not say a bunch of sorries. Like, something I used to do is if I would have to change appointments or reschedule things, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry for the inconvenience. And I'm like, nah. Now we're just going to say, unfortunately, I have to change this. I'm not apologizing anymore. I'm not giving people the proximity, thinking that I'm naive, it's not happening, or giving them the second chances to think they could do it again. No, absolutely not. I've been burned too many times to count. I know you guys feel the same. Where people think that they can just run buckshot, you are going to be so intimidating because you are getting all of these new habits down. You are seeing how they're affecting your life and how you're getting what you want. I freaking love it. I love it for you. Also, I channel that people that had been making things hard for you, that burned you bad, they're getting the worst possible karma. And if they're hiding from you, there's a reason why they're hiding from you, because it's going up in flames. Literally going up in flames. I go to this one salon to get my hair done, and I went through something really traumatic a couple weeks ago, and I just couldn't even talk about it because I was so freaking mortified. But I feel better now to like say what happened. I went for a color correction and to like get my roots redone, and they had a new stylist that had more experience. And between her and another person that I knew that I'd been referred to because my stylist moved, I was like, okay, do I go to this person that really doesn't know how I like getting things done? And I've had a couple consultations with them and they kind of wasted my time and then we didn't get anything done. Or do I go to this person that I just met? And I was like trying to figure it out. So I go to this person that I just met because she's already working at the salon that I go to and she has way more experience than the other person. This person only ended up being there for 2 weeks before they up and left. And before they up and left, we did the color correction. We touched up my roots. And we did a keratin treatment after we did bleach on scalp, which was a terrible idea. I had never done it before. And I told her like, hey, it's burning really bad. Like, F the keratin treatment. Like, let's just wash it out. And she didn't want to do that. And I was just like, okay, girl, maybe you're just being a baby. But I should have been like, no, bitch. Like, I said what I said. So I learned my lesson then because I left with blisters. I saw her the next week and I was like, hey, my hair is like stuck here and stuck here. It was from my head bleeding. And she was like, oh no, your scalp's just really irritated and da-da-da-da. So that girl ended up leaving. So she like literally burned me and then left. I had a talk with the owner, who was her boss, and I was like, hey, I know that I signed a waiver saying, I won't sue you guys, da-da-da-da, but I'm going to tell you what freaking happened. And so they've been making it up to me ever since, which I'm very grateful for. But I was just so embarrassed that I left a hair appointment with freaking blisters, and it was a whole situation to try to like manage, and my husband had to help me, and it took me back to my freaking childhood so fast because I didn't know how to properly take care of myself. I had no adult supervision from 6 to 11. And I would just like put water in my head and I thought I was braiding it, but I was just twisting it into dreads, and like I had knots and I had psoriasis and it was just bad. So like these bumps that I had all over my head reminded me of when I was like 8 years old. And I was inconsolable. You guys, inconsolable. Like, oh my gosh, I'm going through the same shit I went through when I was a freaking kid. And you know that when you've gone through trauma from when you're a kid and you're going through it as an adult, you feel like a freaking dumbass, even though you shouldn't. You should take it as a lesson learned or a way to work through it, but that's not always easy to see at first. So anyways, I say all of that to say this. You are writing a new chapter. Yes, you are. And things are only getting better and better and better because whatever lesson you just graduated from, you are officially the high priestess, and you know that with every fiber in your being. So like for me, even though I went with that newer person, it was the lesser of the two evils. I went with the one stylist that was newer to the place that I go, but I went with the lesser of two evils because I really didn't trust the other person. So anyways, we have the Ace of Cups and the Six of Swords and the High Priestess. Do you feel that in your heart? That is potential. Do you feel that in your heart? I know you do. I know you feel that in this message. That is your potential. So many odds were stacked against you, and here you are still standing. One of the reasons why that situation was so traumatic was because the last color correction I got a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, I got a color correction that went horribly bad. I did not have bangs, y'all. I did not have bangs for 10 months. So when I had these blisters on my head, I thought for sure I was going to be bald. Where is my bell? I thought, oh my gosh, I didn't even have blisters in my last color correction, and I lost my bangs for 10 months. I had to do a side part. I was like doing this little comb over situation. I could not do a middle part. I think you guys remember when I was like braiding my hair a lot, like on the sides. Like, I just got these bangs back a couple months ago. So I was literally gonna hunt this bitch down. I was gonna hunt her down. Hunt her the F down if she had taken my bangs with her. By the grace of God, my hair is still on my head. Now, I'm not saying it didn't suffer some consequences, but when you guys are like, oh my gosh, your hair looks so great, and I appreciate that. Oh my gosh, I appreciate that, because I've been through a lot with hair, and that's a whole other situation. But thank you. But it holds a lot of story times. You feel me? A lot of story times, and I just used that situation that happened as an opportunity to take even more care of myself. I'm like, all right, we're going to do some pampering scalp treatments. It's going to be great. And I'm just going to make it a little tea party for myself, and I'm going to hang out, and bit by bit, I'm going to take care of this on my own. Where in the past, when it happened to me as a kid, everybody, like the family that took me in, they were all over, like, on top of me, like, okay, we're going to get this fixed. It's okay. Just breathe, it's fine. To where now I'm going to handle it. I'm going to do that. It's going to be okay. So we have the 10 of Cups. Sometimes it's really about smiles and rainbows. Sometimes it's really about, oh my gosh, I made it. I freaking made it. I'm alive. I kept praying to God, like, God, if I can keep the hair on my head, like, let me get through these freaking blisters. Let me get through this, because I wanted to kill her. I wanted to unalive her. God forgive me. But it was going to be bad. Like, I didn't care if there was a waiver. I was going to get my attorney involved, because I was like, what in the frick? But that girl ran. She ran. Not only did she do that, gaslight me, say that it wasn't happening, it's not a thing. She ran to another state. Left and ran to another state. I'd run too, because I'm not the one. But anyways, when in doubt, your gut feeling can always be trusted. And sometimes we're really hard on ourselves when we feel like, oh my gosh, maybe I shouldn't have done this, maybe I shouldn't have done that, but you are strong enough to see these things through. Seriously. So we have all aboard. It's time to write a new chapter. Do you feel that in your heart? That is potential. Sometimes it really is all about the rainbows and the smiles. Like, you just want to enjoy life. Sometimes these really bad things happen where we feel down, we feel dumb, we feel like, okay, life got us by the, to remember what's really important and how grateful we need to be. So I had been on a healing journey, especially with my hair after the last color correction, and then she did that. I was like, wait, what? People are going to be seeing that they get what they give. If they gave you 50 bags of dog crap, well, that's exactly what they're getting back tenfold. This hardship that you just endured will be your biggest blessing. So let's say you are going through family issues, it's going to be your biggest blessing. Me going zero contact with my family, biggest blessing. It's hard to see through the health issues that I was having that was a blessing, but it was, because it made me take better care of myself, which is something I feel like we can sometimes avoid. Sitting with ourselves, taking better care of ourselves, really making ourselves a top priority, not distracting ourselves, but like getting in there and getting our spark back. You are going to be on your A game, because you are on the A team. Ooh, we have someone gets a lot of attention acting like you. This would be your destiny swappers, okay? This would be the people that don't acknowledge you. They don't acknowledge your presence, but they try to emulate you, and they love the attention that they get acting like you. So if somebody thought that you were just going to go away with all the janky spell work that they sent your way, like, the karmics are getting what they deserve, all right? They're getting what they deserve. The scales are being balanced. We have Siren seduction. If you have not felt like the siren in a long time, if you were like, take me back to 2017, 2005, 2000, whatever. If you were like, take me back to that year where I had more confidence, the confidence that you're going to be standing on here shortly is going to be something far better than you ever had before. Really think about that. Because you have more tools. You have more bandwidth now. You have more wisdom. You have more knowledge. I think about that sometimes like, oh my gosh, give me the blind confidence I used to have from this year. Then I'm like, you know what? I had naivety there. I didn't know what a narcissist was back then. I didn't know how to like ferociously protect myself. I have more knowledge on how to deal with bullies and narcissists and yeah, new levels, new devils. You are becoming the siren again. Feeling your spark, feeling your sparkle, feeling your swagger, getting your mojo back. Something that you've truly been missing. Maybe somebody here recently had a child and was going through postpartum and you like didn't want to ask for help. Someone here could have been going through financial issues and didn't want to ask for help. Whatever you didn't want to ask for help with, you're asking. You're asking, you're doing, and you're being rewarded for that. There's a lot of people that think it's so easy to be you. You stay proving people wrong. They think, oh my gosh, their life is so easy. They have no idea what it's like to be a full-time demon slayer. They have no idea what it's like to full-time starve narcissist out, have these crazy boundaries, be an intuitive, be a chosen one, be anointed. Everyone stays like, oh, it would be so easy to be them. I'm going to emulate them. I'm going to swap destinies with them. Like, back it all the way up. Back it all the way up. You stay proving people wrong. Now you can see the toxic people that you don't want to let into your life. You see them for who they are. You know who you want to forgive, and you're going to work out the rest. So I want to see what else I get for you guys. You are going to be trying new self-care practices. So like me going through all that craziness had me trying new self-care practices because I was like, oh, no. This is not happening to me again. So yeah, you're learning how to not only ask for other people's help, but to accept the help. Not over-explaining, not saying a million sorries, like letting them help you and letting that be that. So affirm it below. I deserve the help. I deserve all the help in the world. And I'll let that be that. I will let that be that. We have people close by, coworkers, fake friends, neighbors, and family are all preying on your downfall. That is why you're getting these nightmares, okay? Let me know in the comments if that is you. Because that is someone here. It is coming through so strongly. I channeled that message. I thought it was just for me. Because I don't normally have a lot of, like, nightmares. You know what I'm saying? So when I remember them, I'm even more shocked. So I know that is for somebody here that you've been getting like these premonitions of people that you need to steer clear of because they are in fact trying to snatch up your whole life. You guys could have been dating someone that no one thought would ever settle down, and you got this person to settle down. So they could be real mad at you. Like, oh, so they're going to be like monogamous now. Okay. Like somebody's mad about that. I don't know who that is. You are starting to see the bandwidth of your abilities. You're like, I am accurate. I need to believe that I am. I need to stand in my intuitive abilities. All right. Let me pull out this Barbie deck. I haven't pulled it out in a while. Doing it big. You're going to start doing things big again, which can be scary when you just went through some ish, but you're like, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm going to do it big because I'm not doing it for anybody else. I'm doing this for me. Oh my gosh, we got the bride. Maybe you guys are getting somebody to settle down that nobody thought they could tame. Nobody thought they could cuff. Nobody thought that would ever get married. Like never. I know like people in my past thought I would never settle down, that I would never get married, that I would never be the serious type, not in that way. I know all my exes live in Texas like I'm George Strait. No, I know all my exes are shook. They're all shook. They all try to come back around. They're all shook. But that's the same thing for my husband. Okay? When we were in high school, because we went to the same high school, we went to different colleges in different states, but we went to the same high school, but we were not high school sweethearts. We knew of each other. We had mutual friends, but we were not besties. He was the high school jock. We went to a very big high school. There were a lot of thousands on thousands of people that went to this high school, but he was the most popular person that went to this high school, and he had many girlfriends. He played many sports. He's always been an athlete, and then he went on to college to play sports. But these girls, they do not forget. We could be in a certain city or a certain part of town, and we will run into these people, and they're like, oh, you're still with that girl? He's like, you mean my wife? Back it up. Back it up. You are getting somebody to settle down. So if you were the type of person that's like, I'm not thinking about marriage. I used to be like that too, bestie. Where's my bell? I used to be like that too. I'm never getting married. Ew. What for? Like, every men are crap. No, I'm going to be a lesbian. Like, I'm over it. Like, I told God, I'm over it. God said, oh, you think you're done? Here's your person. I was like, wait, what? Hold on. So somebody here thought they would never be the bride. That there wouldn't be somebody that would choose you. Somebody chooses you over and over and over and over again. You are marriage material. If this is you, bestie, drop it in the comments. I am the one. I am marriage material. You know, a real union, I don't know how to say this. Real love is work. It does not stay the same. And it needs to be in a constant state of growing and communicating and understanding. Because the minute one person's like, I don't freaking care anymore, it is what it is, it can go to ish in a handbasket, and then you'll just stay in a certain cycle that has been started 7 years in, 2 years in, 10 years in, whatever. But you are marriage material. So even if you haven't met that person yet, but you know in your heart, like, I know there'll be somebody for me, and they'll come when they're supposed to. If you have that in your heart, drop it down below. I am marriage material. I am the one. Yeah, that's crazy. Like, you're going to get somebody that is like unobtainable to settle down. But I know so many of my husband's exes that are like, oh my gosh, you're still with that girl. I had to block so many of them. Block list longer than my friends list. Yes, it is. Because I am not the one. I am not the one. Oh my gosh, you guys, we have wedding. Who is getting married? Oh, I'm pulling out the love deck. I'm pulling it out. I had a feeling to bring it out, and I was like, I don't know what for. I don't know where love is going to fall into this category. But somebody is getting married. That is crazy. I had to do IV therapy today. And the girl that was sitting next to me getting an IV was literally getting married tomorrow. I don't know when I'm going to post this message, but she's getting an IV before she's getting married. And I'm like, what in the frick? And she was like freaking out in the little waiting room because she was like, I'm getting a spray tan. I already got my spray tan, and these little marks right here, because they kept trying to find her vein and they couldn't find it. That's a whole nother story. Anyways, she was like complaining to her mom that came with her. And I'm just like on my phone, like trying to mind my business, but I'm like listening. And her mom's like, well, it'll be okay. And she's like, no. Like she was totally being a bridezilla, but I was like trying to mind my business. Anyways, somebody here is getting married. Partnership, marriage, serious relationship. Someone here is about to be love struck. It's going to be like a movie. You are going places. I'm telling you, when you move the one, move the one, meet the one. You know what I'm saying. When you meet the one, you will move mountains. Mountains. When you meet the person you are supposed to be with, you will move some shit. You feel me? Like, if my person is going through something, I would do anything to take that pain away from him. And he would do anything to take that pain away from me. So I don't care if I gotta like get crazy or do a whole bunch of praying or fasting. I don't care what I have to do. I will do anything to take that pain away from him. And this is a type of love that you guys deserve. Not only will you be moving mountains, but you will be going places. I have never had a person where I want to continuously improve my life because they inspire me, or I feel loved, or I feel safe, or I feel protected. I have never felt like, oh, let me just elevate my life right now. I was like, what was the point? I didn't have the desire to do that because I was never safe in those relationships. And it took me a long time to realize, the reasons why it didn't work is they were cheaters, they were liars, they were narcissists, they were physically, emotionally, verbally, all the things. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't want to say the word. And they would make me feel this small. Why would I want to? It's not their job to help me with my insecurities, but they weren't making anything better. When we're with people and they only bring out the worst in us, when you meet the one, they will bring out the best in you. The things that you don't even like admitting, you will admit. You will become vulnerable and you will get better and better and better and better over time when you are with the right person. My life has never improved so much than since when I met my person. I never thought it would be possible for me to live a sober life, for me to want to be sober, for me to even have anything past that. I never thought like, oh, one day I'm going to find my purpose and change the world. And I just thought, I think I'm like a star. I don't know what I'm going to do in life, but I just feel like I want to keep going. You're going places because you are about to meet somebody. And I feel like it's all this work that you've been putting in. Okay, let's see this love part because I feel like there's some things that you are going to be working through that have to do with an ex or somebody that you just walked away from. Somebody that made you feel trapped. It could have been a situationship or somebody that just would never admit things. We have solitary. Prefers to be alone and in one's thoughts. Yeah, you guys were dating people before that. They would never tell you what they were thinking, but they always wanted to know what you were thinking. They might give you the cold shoulder or the cold treatment. These freaking people. Emotional cheating. You guys could have dealt with emotional cheaters. Oh, I dropped that one. But engages in emotional relationships that are outside of main relationship, turns to others for comfort. So that's the thing. You guys dealt with people that wouldn't tell you anything, even though you asked, even though you would be vulnerable, and even though you would share. They wouldn't share anything with you. But then when your bestie, Sally Sue, would come through, they'd be like, oh my gosh, Sally Sue, I'm going through it. Will you feel sorry for me? Oh my, and you're like, what in the frick? You're going to tell Sally Sue everything, but you're not going to tell me shit? What the F? So they will overshare with others. Everybody and their little dog, but not you. So you're going to be meeting somebody where it is the complete opposite, where they tell you everything. Everything. I told my husband everything. Things he doesn't need to know, but I just be telling him. Like, I don't need to give him a play-by-play, but I tell him, I can't lie to him. He knows what I'm thinking anyways. Like, he knows I'll be like saying something, literally. He knows it ends with, oh my gosh, literally. Babe, is this what you were thinking? Yeah, literally. So I'm not getting one over on him, and I'm a terrible liar. So anyways, you guys are going to be meeting somebody where you can tell them what is on your mind and not feel judged. I love being in my relationship because I can be a little kid. I can let my inner child play. I can let my inner child shine. I can be me. I can be quirky, nerdy. It changes day to day. I got 30 freaking personalities, and he's in love with every one of them. And it's the same for him. I love when he gets to be his inner child. And that is what these people should be bringing out in you. Not making you feel insecure because like all my exes did that. They would make me feel like I was the crazy one. And I'm like, no, I know you're talking to Sally Sue and telling her all our business and you're venting and getting sympathy and you're not telling me anything. Like, what in the frick? I cannot. The person that you'll be meeting if you're single is also prophetic. So you guys are probably divine counterparts. You might have a soul mission together where you are like both star messengers in your own way. Somebody recently could have threatened to expose you that you dated by like revealing your deepest, darkest secrets, or maybe they were trying to hack into your devices. You might be getting a VPN so you can like change your IP address because they were trying to like hack into things. I don't know, that's for somebody. This person that you were with, or the type of people that you dated before, they could have acted like you were really boring. Or maybe you thought nobody would be interested in you because you're like, oh, I'm a total snooze. I guess I'm boring because they wouldn't stay with me. Or they always cheated on me. Or I always felt like I was the clingy one, or I was smothering them. And it's like, no. Nope, nope, nope. So whoever I'm speaking to with the love portion, you are going to be doing big things, getting married. Your life is going to feel like a movie. That is really exciting. Oh my gosh. Okay. We have friendship. You're going through this elevation in your intelligence. I know you feel it because you've been doing all of these self-care things to take care of yourself, and you feel your intelligence like where you felt brain fog before. You have a new friend coming in, if not somebody from your soul tribe, and you're going to feel really close to this person. Oh, because you've had a lot of friends that you could not trust. You have a lot of friends that left you ripped open, where they were fake, they would switch up on you, they didn't have proper boundaries. You even have some old friends that are trying to, what is going on? You have some people trying to come in that you should not give a second chance to. Yeah, you guys are about to meet your soulmate. You're about to meet a soulmate and a friend or a lover. So pick one of the two. If you've already got somebody, or if you don't even care about love, you are going to get a friend. And that is really hard to come by as a chosen one, as somebody anointed. It's hard to meet friends that will stay with you, that will stick with it, that are not jealous, that don't want to beef with you about every little thing, because you were always destined to be a superstar. Not everyone can be friends with a superstar. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it 1,000. You always have people that are preying on your downfall, and you always get it up out of the mud. You are always drastically changing, but God is saying it's time for you to be that superstar. That's why you've learned about these boundaries. That's why all these blocks are being lifted, because you are learning to ask for help. You're not apologizing for needing help. You're working through trauma that is like mortifying, embarrassing. You know, I know when I went through that hair thing, I felt so stupid. So stupid. I cried and cried and cried and cried, you guys, because I literally, anytime a piece of hair would fall, I'm like, I thought I was going through what I went through 2 years ago, and then it reminded me of what happened when I was a child, and I was like, I can't. But I worked through it. But I could not even speak about it for 3 weeks. Now I'm like, oh yeah, this thing happened, and freaking A. But if this was 2 weeks ago, like, you weren't hearing anything from me. No, you were not. Because I had not even processed that yet. We have young love. Oh, there is a playful connection coming in. Someone is crushing on you. Now I'm reading this two ways. You have a friend that you're going to meet online, but I feel like they're of the same caliber, or they're on the same level. And it's going to be a very playful connection. Or you are meeting a lover online. Now, it could be on Facebook, Instagram. It doesn't have to be the DMs. It doesn't have to be a dating app. It could be somebody that you're meeting through a mutual friend. And this person's going to show you that you're the total package. You shouldn't be dealing with people that are mad that you're the total package. Like, oh my gosh, like, who do they think they are? Okay, let's see. If we get any other tarot before I pull out some oracle decks. We have the Ace of Wands. Don't you see how your passion makes you glow? Don't you see how your passion makes you glow? Oh, that is beautiful. So you're starting to see like you have all this potential that's brewing. this is making me emotional. Like, it's when you think you're going to be down forever. Like it's never going to get fixed, but you keep hoping, you keep praying, you keep chugging along. And then finally, like there's a breakthrough. You are about to have a very divinely led breakthrough that you've been waiting for. You have been waiting for this. It's a breakthrough in love or with your finances or with your health. Like there's all kinds of blocks being lifted. Affirm it below. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, this deck is really big, so let me just try to get that. There's a Scorpio that's keeping a very close eye on you. You guys could have a couple Scorpios and a Gemini. Scorpio and a Gemini. Now, I'm also reading this two ways. You could be meeting a Scorpio or a Gemini, the friend or the lover, but there are some Scorpios and Geminis that are keeping a very close eye on you. Very close eye on you. Some of my biggest haters, like, this might be TMI, but I don't have anything against a Scorpio or a Gemini or any of the astrological signs because we're all of the signs and we know this, we're grown here. But a lot of people that don't F with me are Scorpios, sun, moon, and rising, or a Gemini, sun, moon, and rising. Now, I don't know their whole birth chart. Okay, I don't know their whole birth chart. Maybe this is too much information. I don't know. It'll help somebody, but these people are mad. They're mad. This could be a boss, an in-law, somebody that just always wants you to just stay at the bottom. Like, they get mad that, like, you just don't stay down. You just don't stay down. Like, too bad, so sad for them. They're always trying to turn your empowerment upside down. Oh, intellectual theft. Oh, they like stealing from you. They like stealing your intellectual property. Oh, how cute. They are the most unoriginal POSs. Okay, you are the original gangster of everything that you do, and they are the most unoriginal POSs ever. So when you come up with an idea, if you're not around, they're snatching that and trying to pass it off as their own. Oh my gosh. You know how many Scorpios and Geminis have done that to me? Anyways, like, I mean, my husband's a Gemini, and he's like the most awesome Gemini I know. But there are people that I've worked with, or even people in my family, that do this. This intellectual theft. They'll give me crap for something that I like, and then they try to pass it off as their own. That is what people are trying to do to you right now. We got that earlier with somebody is trying to act like you and likes the attention that they get trying to act like you, as if it was their own persona. You will intuitively know who these people are so that you steer clear of them and that you don't reconcile with them. Whoever that is. But I know a couple people will come to mind. They could be part of a group, an association, a cult, a coven. So yeah, this could be a lot of your peers, your coworkers, people online, but they roll in a group. Oh, okay. Spirit is saying how you will know who these people are is they can't do anything by themselves. They have to feel the support at their back. They have to feel like there is a group that stands beside them or behind them, as at least as their minions or as their pawns. Or as people that they have something over, they have information on, or they are the superior of. So how you'll know it's them is they can't ever really do anything alone. They have to have, that somebody has to be holding their hand. Not always, like it might not be that way for the ringleaders that do this to you, but for all of the people lower than the ringleaders, they need somebody like right beside them. Like, right? We all think that, right? Like very mean girls, very mean boys. That's how you will know they don't just be doing this alone. They want a whole army making you feel like your opinion is stupid, what you're wearing is stupid, how you do things is silly, like, ew, what is that? It's cringe. You're just ruffling the feathers appropriately. You're just ruffling their feathers. And Spirit is saying you're only gonna, it's only gonna get bigger. So we have pretentious. Someone here is dealing with someone that's superficial or a brat. Or they brag a lot. These people are just not your cup of tea. What they like, bragging, whoever I'm speaking to, you're not a bragger. even when you're increasing your financial gains, which you're about to be doing. And these people really want the tea on what you are getting as your financial gains. So they're always like in the chats or in the DMs or in the comments saying like, oh, I'm getting this, I'm doing that. Oh my gosh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Because they just want to keep you down. Seriously. Wow. They don't know how to like get ahead of you. Oh, animosity. Whoever you are, you're starting to see the animosity grow from the people that don't like you. That's another reason why you're paying attention to these dreams. You're steering clear of who you need to steer clear of. But if you thought I was going to let you bump your head on who the F you are, no. No. I know you've been waiting a long time for this. Like, oh my gosh, when is it going to get here? Like, please, 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 let it be soon. And it's finally here. It is finally here. Single, sexy, successful. You could get hated on for this. You could get hated on because you have your soulmate, or you soon will have your soulmate. So it's really important that you know how to protect yourself against these freaking heathens. They're literal heathens that just want to steal and plot and connive and plan and cause you emotional pain. That's terrible. Okay, let me get out a different deck. Ooh, motorcycle. Let's use this one as our news and advice. Wow, claim your energy flipped out. I'm hearing it like a game show. Claim your energy. I don't know why I'm hearing it like that. You guys could be winning something. You guys could be winning something because you're claiming your energy. Yeah, I'm hearing it like Wheel of Fortune, like claim your energy. Woo! Like it's a big, it's like in lights that you've claimed your energy. Like you're going to be on top again. You're also going to get an opportunity to tell it like it is. When you went through all this, you see things a little bit differently now. You're like, I don't want to over-expound. I don't want to over-explain. I just want to tell it like it is. Not everyone's going to be ready for that. Maybe they need earmuffs. I don't care. I'm going to tell it like it is. Yeah. Somebody's mad that you're still standing because you're living proof that they couldn't take you out. You're living proof that they couldn't make you disappear. Oh my gosh, becoming nobody in Jar of Dreams. Like this flipped into my lap. Becoming nobody. They're good at pushing people around and making them not come around. They can't do that to you. They can't make you not get up on to the podium. They can't make you not post online. They can't make you they can't shut you down. They can't do it. They're really upset about it. That's the animosity because they're good at doing that with coworkers or employees or peers, making them disappear. And you show not only are you not going anywhere, but that you have leverage, that you have protection. Like they tried to bring the storm to your front door and you're like, I am the storm. Hello? You need to you are reminding people. You are reminding people of who the F you are. Okay. We have perfect moments. Whoever it was that was like, take me back to this other year where I had more confidence or I felt like no, you are about to have some perfect moments that you might want to capture, that you might want to take pictures of to like have these memories. Oh, if someone here is going on a fitness journey, you might want to track your progress because it's going to get you even more excited. And I feel like you're going to progress quicker than expected once you've unlocked this cheat code. And I feel like a lot of you guys already have done this. 24 to 48 hours ago, you unlocked a new cheat code. Then it's going to help keep your stress level down or help you lose weight or help you get snatched or you got some type of information that is extremely helpful to you. Whoa. I can hold on to this deck. Anything else, Holy Spirit? Okay, we got updates to your system. Everyone is going to get a front row seat to the update, the upgrades that you're getting. Like, you're about to be shining bright. Free as a bird, okay? If you felt tied or trapped in a financial situation or a job, you're going to be cut loose from that financial restraint. You have multiple streams coming in. Multiple streams. And then we have endless serendipity and know your worth. Spirit is saying get ready to create and progress. I love this deck. It's so pretty. And then we have there's always a way. Devil energy wanted you to give up. You were fighting through so many battles in the spirit, battles in the 5D, battles in the 3D. Like, you were fighting through this, and there was a way. There is always a way. If you made it to the very, very end of this message, affirm it below. There is always a way. So, bestie, you stay proving people wrong. You are not the same person that you were last week. You have drastically changed once again. You got all kinds of blocks being lifted. I will never, ever, ever let you forget about the spark that you hold and how it's coming back. F out of here if you thought that I would. No, sprinkle, sprinkle. Your spark is back. Your spark is back. This is so exciting. It's like seeing, somebody that you care about really sad and not being able to take away that pain. And then finally things are going better for them. And you're like, oh, thank you. Praise God. Like, things are going to be getting easier. I love this for the collective. Yeah, you're about to be leaving a lot of people speechless because you will be breaking out of some contracts, like taking an axe to something that somebody wanted to tie you to. You're realizing how powerful your manifesting is. Like, when you really put your mind to something and you're not doubting, you're like, oh, I did that? Oh, I did that. I did that. We have somebody who's in love with you but hasn't showed you or hasn't said anything yet. And Spirit also wants you to know that you hear more than you realize. Okay, I think that's it. Oh, fortune favors the bold. You can stamp that at the end. Fortune favors the bold. You are bold. You are bold. You are bad. You are fearless. You are relentless. Okay? It reminds me of the one boss in the show Industry. I am a man and I am relentless. Okay, that show is not appropriate for old, it's not a very appropriate show. It's got a lot of type of, content in it. Like, that's, but it reminds me of, like, him trying to pump up his employee. Like, I am a man. He's like, say it with me. I am a man and I am relentless. You are relentless. Yeah, you're getting it up out of the street, up out of the manure, up out of the mud. You are ready to write this new chapter. I love this. I am ready to write this new chapter. Bags packed. So remember I said in the beginning, like, you're going to feel like ready to travel more where you normally wouldn't do that, even if it's across the way, like not even far. I see you taking baby steps to the life that you deserve, to where you're doing things within your comfort level. So I just think I see things taking on a life of its own where you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm finally here. I have arrived. I have arrived. I love it. And you might hear some cha-chings as well. Can't believe I put those batteries in here and it's already out again. I literally filmed with it 4 times. So note to self, find a different register because this one runs even when it's off. I can't. All right, I love you guys. Don't forget to smash the you-know-what. Hit the bell, duh. All important links are in the description box. My link for Cash App and my link for Patreon. And just thank you guys for your beautiful comments, all the love that you send, your super chats, your super fans, your donations. Just thank you. Thank you for the support and the encouragement that you show me. Thank you for not letting me forget who I am and what I mean in the spiritual community. It means the world to me. I'm just sending you guys so much love and so many hugs and squishies. And you did this. You stay proving people wrong. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Bye, guys.